5 minutes to curtain, Mr. Head, the voice echoed through Mr. Potato Head's plush, velvet-lined trailer. He adjusted his monocle, the one with the diamond-encrusted rim, naturally. His reflection stared back, a starchy vision of sophistication. "Darling, tell those plebeians I require my calming cucumber water," he bellowed, adjusting his silk ascot. The poor intern scurried away. Fame was such a bore. Yet Mr. Potato Head, being the attention seeker he was, thrived on it. He smoothed down his perfectly sculpted eyebrows. "Darling, one must always look one's best, even for these, shall we say, children's films." He chuckled, a deep rumble that shook his removable moustache. The show, as always, must go on. When not gracing the silver screen, Mr. Potato Head embraced a life of exquisite mundanity. Mornings began with mud masks and imported mineral water. Afternoons were dedicated to interpretive dance. He found solace in expressing his inner spud through movement. Evenings were reserved for lavish soirees with Hollywood's elite. He'd regaled them with tales from the set, carefully curated to perpetuate his image as a simple, family-friendly spud. Oh, the irony. His public persona, however, held a secret by the name of Mrs. Potato Head. Their marriage, a carefully constructed facade, masked the truth, a deep-seated incompatibility rooted in her pedestrian taste in hats. His heart, you see, belonged to another. Rex, the timid dinosaur, was his true soulmate. Their love, forbidden yet passionate, blossomed in the prop room amidst feather dusters and forgotten scripts. "Cut!" the director yelled. Mr. Potato Head, lost in thought, barely registered the words. He'd been reminiscing about Rex, his heart aching for their next clandestine rendezvous. Suddenly a gasp. The crew stared, aghast. Mr. Potato Head, in his lovesick daze, had accidentally wandered onto the set without his moustache. The silence was deafening. A bead of sweat or perhaps cucumber water trickled down his plastic skin. His secret, his carefully constructed life of flamboyant lies, hung precariously in the balance. He glanced at Rex, who stood frozen, a silent green statue amidst the chaos. Their eyes met, a silent exchange passing between them. And then Mr. Potato Head did the unthinkable. He laughed, a big booming fake laugh. "My dears," he boomed, "a simple wardrobe malfunction. I assure you, even we spuds have our off days." The crew, relieved and slightly bewildered, erupted in nervous laughter. The show, as always, went on. Mr. Potato Head, ever the consummate professional, delivered his lines with his signature panache. The scandal, if you could call it that, faded into oblivion. Later that night, clutching his Best Supporting Spud award, Mr. Potato Head snuck away from the after-party. He had a date with a lovesick dinosaur and a heart full of starchy, forbidden love. The thoughts of returning to my wife after feeling such passion weighs heavily on my heart. If only these moments can last forever. Maybe someday things will be different. Until then, I'll be waiting. Rex.